removing blockages, restoring the energy you need, getting rid of old foundational patterns, and all of that stuff. So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, a place where you relax, you chill, and you just take care of yourself. You can enjoy the session, you can fall asleep, or you can set this time aside to just work on yourself and work on your self-care journey, your self-love journey. This is a special time because it is a Mercury in retrograde period that is coming up, and we're going to be working through this here. So this is going to be added support for you on this journey. So it's probably better that you start tuning in now than as soon as it goes retrograde on May 10th. That's when the issues really going to hit the fan. If you need additional support for that on Patreon, we're having a double month for May and June. So that's daily, weekly, and monthly resources that's going to be used to help during this period, to help guide you during this period. And this theme is all about self-worth. So self-worth and self-worth, baby. So you got to be making decisions of who am I? These big questions are going to show up, and they've been very cyclical over the years. So today we're going to just start to cut away kind of the old stuff that might want us to react in ways that aren't best during this time period. Old ways that no longer serve us, that need to be released. Okay. And so if you're new, we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, sweetness, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I grab your hand? Okay. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's begin. Dear universe, in all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information from our highest intention only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that brings light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe. 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 Okay. So, let's begin by working through boundaries. It is very important to restore healthy boundaries during a time of release and letting go, okay? And healthy boundaries, that's everything from people, situations, circumstances, and mentality. And this also encourages us to take responsibility for the areas where we kind of don't hold firm and strong boundaries. It's not always everybody else that is the problem. Sometimes we are just open, to other people more than we're open to our own selves, because we're looking for someone else to be the hero. We're looking for someone else to give us confidence, to help us believe in ourselves, when the reality is it has to come from ourselves first. So we're letting go of this kind of hero complex. So we're going to release any of that old stuff. And also, it's a mentality that forms because when you're younger and you deal with things and you feel helpless and you're feeling at the whim of the adults around you, there is this feeling of wanting someone to come and save you, or wanting some situation to come and solve all your problems. And 9 times out of 10, that situation typically doesn't come, and you figure out on your own how to get to the next level. But this is something you should be very proud of, that you figured it out, you got yourself out of there. A lot of times people then resent the fact they had to do that, and they still are kind of living in that moment, hoping that some person or some situation or something is going to come and solve society would be accepting of that, you know. Baby, you got this. You have 100% track record of getting through stuff. So don't worry. You will figure it out, but you also have to celebrate the fact that you made it through all of that. In times where you felt like it was difficult, you felt like it was hopeless, you may have felt helpless, you may have felt that you were not in control of your life, and now you are. And if you are in control of your life now, you cannot continue to let yourself be out of control of your life by living in the past. Breathing through this. And so, we build a lot of foundational habits here. Let me just get on that. We build a lot of foundational habits here. And we start to think that we want our life to be better, but we don't want to change how we go about it. Because we think that what we feel is the norm. And we just want life to then bend to whatever weird habits we learned growing up. Let me give you an example. Perhaps you didn't get a lot of attention, or people didn't prioritize your needs and your wants. So now you feel like in order to feel accomplished, you need a lot of attention. And even when you're successful at things, if it doesn't come with large attention, you feel like you may not be that successful. When in reality, the universe is blessing you with what you deserve. But it's time for you to change your habits, your mentality, your vision of how to receive it. You do not have to live out standards from back then when you weren't getting everything you needed. You can now live to the standards of, I receive what I need. The universe provides for me. I will go out there and get what I need. I will handle my responsibilities, X, Y, and Z, and all that jazz, okay? That's what you're working with now. But you gotta change, or you're gonna miss some good opportunities, baby. I see it all the time. I see people fumble bags, opportunities. I see people fumble people. Because they miss this big concept that the universe is blessing them, is giving them what they're looking for, is providing them with what they need. And they're still stuck in limiting beliefs. Also, I've recently been exploring a dopamine detox, and that simply put is that, you know, if you have a lot of this mindless stuff that you do, say your mindless thing that you do is watch TV or scroll on YouTube or Instagram or something like that, and you just do it for hours and hours and hours, but come back to me, but you do it for hours and hours and hours. This is creating this positive, like, oh, you know, I like that, but also it's kind of making your brain, it's like giving your brain sugar constantly. So it's really hard to then live in reality and know that things take time, that you don't get instant gratification, that it kind of fucks with your nervous system, to be honest, because that's really not how reality is. That's just purely entertainment. And so this kind of detox is more of like you're very, you limit the time. Like you say, okay, I'm just gonna do it for an hour at this time. And you go and you do it for an hour, or you say, you know what, I'm gonna be very precise. I'm actually gonna only look up this kind of stuff today, you know, and I'm gonna stay away from that kind of stuff. And you know, whatever you need to, where it can kind of just give your nervous system a break. You could do that with that way. You can also do it by how you eat. Oh my gosh, that's one of the most important way to release blockages is how you eat. Eating a lot of good vegetables, green vegetables, non-starchy, resistant carbohydrates. I know now I'm getting a lot into nutrition. Nice hearty fat sources, because people don't really understand how it works in the body. It's savory and it's still filled with sugar. And also this kind of fat phobia of not wanting to consume fat is crazy. It's super important for healthy brain function. So these are really simple ways to change how you feel if you're not feeling good, by being mindful of what you eat and consume, and that you're consuming enough. You're eating enough food, but you're eating food that's really good for your body and your particular body, because everybody has their own health concerns, their own things that they want to be mindful for. And here's one of these things: for the older you get, it's it stops being what you look like on the outside, and it starts being like, how does your blood work look? How does your skin look? Like, the parameter starts to change, because you start to realize all of that superficial shit you cared about when you were a child doesn't really matter when you're an adult. You know that real health is wealth, and you can look very in shape and not have good health, and you can be the non-conventional, image of health and be full of health. And so it's important now to establish deeper understandings of what you want, who you are, what makes you feel happy, what balances you. Having an emotional and mental supportive system as well too. What you say to yourself, what daily routines that you have, super important as well too. Whether that's meditation, listening to affirmations, it can be kind of walking and listening to music, or if you go to the gym, it kind of gives you just a routine to do something, or maybe you take a walk around the block. Believe me, walking is the cheapest and most accessible way to get connected to your health and making yourself feel good. And it helps the body's energetic system to naturally flush out any of these blockages. But I know it is not as sensational as you go in here and you're running 15 miles. Forget that. Just walk, or do something steady, state, whatever is accessible to you that you can. And that's a game changer right there. What you eat, game changer as well too. So removing mentality blocks, accepting this next layer and next chapter in our lives, and being relaxed in at one. Inhale and exhale. 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 Just removing all that extra stuff. And I hope that when you spend time with me, you feel better. I hope that just our time together helps you. That is my intention. And I'm gonna stick to it. Just bring that in. Bring that in. Okay, relax. Okay. Baby, how do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Do you feel like being in control of what makes you feel better? Letting go of old stuff is more available to you now. And sweetheart, you get to define what your next chapter is, what you want, what is important to you. No one else can, okay? So babies, if no one has said it, let me go ahead and say it. I love you. But who cares that I love you? The only thing that matters is that you love you. So make sure you love yourself a little bit more. Relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom into bloom, blossom into bloom. I am Jessica Sup. I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It is all about protecting you from jealousy, love protection, and has a very just get to the point, cleansing kind of effect. Okay. And you can just clear out the path. Just clear out the path. Okay. You are protected. You are protected. You are protected. You are protected. Okay. I'm just going to take some of the soot and just gently place it over you so that you take that protection with you. Okay. And if you'd like some more, we have the love program going on, and you can use the link in the description if you want to learn more about it. Just keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. Just balance it out here. Balance it out. Balance it out. Balance. 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 Just smooth, 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 smooth energy out, and just inhale and exhale. Just release. Release, release, release. Just okay, okay, okay. You are protected. You have all you need. When people look your way, they will look there for happiness, for peace, for balance. You are okay. You are okay. You are okay. You are okay. It is going to work. are loved. You have guidance all around you, and just removing any old things that need to go somewhere else to grow. You have all that you need. 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 Surrounding you, protecting you. Love will work for you. You will attract what it is you're looking for, and you will be surrounded by the love you deserve, the love that you have, the love that is surrounding you at all times. You have that. 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 Keep breathing here and just okay, keep on doing that and just smooth this over your energy. Just relax into this, clearing and cleansing out, sending it on, sending it on, sending it on, sending it on, sending it, sending it on, sending it on, taking little pieces of knowledge, interweaving them into your heart so that you know you can trust love. It is safe to be in love. It is safe to have love in your life. You are safe in love. You are safe in love. It is safe to have love in your life. You are safe in love. It is safe to be in love. It's safe to have love in your life. It is safe to be in love. It is safe. It is safe. It is safe. It is safe to be in love. You deserve to be in love. And you will have love in your life. And just breathing through this and just sending the energy through and just trusting in yourself and just bringing this protection over you, over the crown, over the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root, all the way back up the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, and just breathing through here one more time. Now, give me a big, deep breath. Exhale and release. Well, family, you did a fantabulous job. I'm so happy for you. Keep breathing. Relax, 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 relax. You are protected. I know sometimes it feels like it could be easy to have bad luck in love or something like that, but you're in control. You have more control than you know. If you do not like the love that shows up in your life, drastically make changes. When you say no to something that's not working, no matter how much you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship or how complicated things are, if it's not complicated at all, when you really put your foot down and make a decision, this is what this is what I'm going to accept. You bring that energy in. It takes time for everything to balance out, but it starts to shift and change, and it's just a better way to go about love. No more struggle love. We're not doing struggle loves no more. So if no one has said it, babies, let me go ahead and say it. Hope, community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom into bloom, blossom into bloom. I am Jed, sup, also go by Jessica. I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It's all about removing jealousy and any love blockages. So we're going to work through some energy that has to deal with that today. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. You're now one of my babies. And this is now your nightly self-care routine. So because you're now one of my babies, you get one kiss on the noggin. And if you're returning babies, you get multiple kisses. Mama loves you, okay? Well, let's get started. We start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, take a deep breath in. And exhale. A couple more. Exhale. Final breath. And exhale. Okay. Just relax. May I touch you? Okay. Just breathe here. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So, first things first, I'm just going to put a little bit of just protection over you. Because when the brighter you shine, the greater shadow you're going to cast. And so, sometimes that can make you a target of jealousy, or just, I think what happens is people want attention. They don't know how to get balanced attention all the time, and so sometimes it can come off in very weird jealousy kind of ways, or from the individual, from if you feel like, or if I felt like it was some type of jealousy energy towards someone or something that's also an expression of certain feelings and such. I'm like, yes, I just described jealousy when I could have just said jealousy. Anyway, it's just a person trying to not respect boundaries and kind of force their way in there, but then not treat the inside with, tender love and care, like just being sweet and stuff like that. So let's just make sure that around you, you're only surrounded by those that see your beauty and appreciate it, and see their own beauty and appreciate it. Let's make sure you are only surrounded by people who express their confidence and enjoy your confidence as well. Let's make sure that you're always surrounded by those that feed you as well as you feed them, and that the energy is balanced. And that's one of the most important things, is having balanced energy. It's not about you being the sun or you being a sidekick in someone's story. It's everyone to become one, but yet very different and all that stuff. That is one of the most beautiful gifts that the universe can give to us. The gift of sharing in that kind of way. So, if anyone is jealous of you, let's shift that energy so that instead of jealousy, they feel support. They feel supported by you. And all they want to do is support you. They just want to support you. Okay. Now I want to go through here. Because sometimes when people take advantage of really nice people, those really nice people start to close up. And unfortunately, sometimes you might close up for one reason, but limit yourself from receiving love or receiving appreciation fully in a genuine kind of way. And so a part of this session is removing any love blockages as well. And that starts with ourselves. So if you're able, take your hands, put them across your body. You can also give yourself a nice, warm hug. Put hands across your body. Breathe in. Exhale. Feel yourself in your physical body in this moment. Feel yourself. Notice every part of you, your ankles, your toes, your wrists, your nose, whatever that is. Feel that. And feel how much you love yourself, how much you trust yourself, how much you need yourself, how much you don't regret anything, that you are happy to have been born the person that you are today, that it was meant to be exactly like this. It had to be exactly like this. This is the best iteration of this life, regardless of how it is going or where it's going. This is the best. So just keep breathing in there. Balancing there. And forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for doubting any moments where you felt powerless. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for trusting those that maybe did not turn out to be trustworthy. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Love yourself fully. That even if there's no rational reason, if sometimes you just feel down, to trust yourself, to tap in and to be with yourself, to show up for yourself, and to be in the moment with yourself, and to have love for yourself, for yourself. Okay, so bringing that energy back together here, just breathing in, exhaling, releasing, letting go. And we're going to do that again, but we're going to go a little bit slower, okay? Or a lot of bit slower. there is some movement in some direction that can be healing, that can bring a lot of joy in your life during times that may feel a little meh. So just enjoy it wherever you can find your happiness, no matter what. Whatever little thing you need to do in order to get that happiness, find it, search it out, seek it out, and hold on to it. And hold on to it like your life depends on it. Because the things that make you happy really shape who you are. And when you check in with yourself and you take care of yourself and you bring joy into your own life, you start to send that out too. You're probably less likely to cut somebody out. Less likely, I'm not saying totally impossible, I'm trying to be realistic, but maybe perhaps just less likely to do that. But just to check in with yourself. Don't be afraid to get vulnerable with yourself to the point where you feel brand new. You feel like, oh my gosh, what is this? Because the people around you, we can see your light, and it is shining very bright. And those of us that are confident, we just want to see you shine brighter. And those of us who are not confident, that's where that jealousy comes in. But even if you've encountered people with that kind of dynamic, it's still okay when you're ready, and only when you're ready, to be open to love, to be open to restoring what was distorted, and checking in with ourselves to make sure that we're okay. So you take as many breaks as you need to take, and you can change your mind and your approach as many times as you like to. So just breathe. Well, family, I hope you enjoyed our session today. I hope that it is bringing you a lot of peace, and I can't wait to see what we build together during this time. But sweetness, if no one has said it, let me go ahead and say it. Relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom into bloom, blossom into bloom. I am Jessica Sup. I am a Reiki master teacher and intuitive house by Jet. And welcome to your nightly or daily self-care routine, where you is just a transportation to a whole new experience, a whole new universe, and leaving behind an old way of things, letting a chapter of life go. Chapter, 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 chapter of life go. And releasing it. Releasing it. So this is not a time of fear. The unknown is not supposed to bring fear. What it is it brings an opening. It brings an opportunity, a chance to experience something else, something you never knew you had access to, something that you didn't know that you were equipped to do. That's what this next chapter is. So let it fall, whatever that thing is that's showing up and needs to be replaced and removed. Let it fall. 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 And pick yourself up and choose a bigger dream now. In life, there's always going to be something next. And sometimes we could tell ourselves, well, if I just get there, everything's going to be okay. It doesn't matter if you get there or not, it's going to be okay. If we start to think from this moment and just allow ourselves to be okay now, it's okay no matter how it turns out, it's okay, then we'll feel more confident in pursuing greater things and allowing it to change and shift when it needs to. So let go of any blockages that you feel like is taking up just too much. Let go of any energy that you want to be released from. Remove anything that separates you from a better experience. Reconnect. Reconnect. Reconnect with yourself. Reconnect. Reconnect. Reconnect with yourself. Reconnect. Reconnect. Reconnect with yourself. Be in this moment and let go. Be in this moment and let go. Be in this moment and release. Connect to your energy. Connect to your energy. Connect, connect, 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 connect to your energy. And release. Let go. Let go. And live a whimsical life. A life where what brings you up keeps you up. And when you go down, it's just a roller coaster ride down. You know you're safe. It doesn't matter how things show up. You know you're safe. And you have that energy within you to remain safe. So just tell yourself, I'm safe. I am safe. I am safe. I am secure. I am secure. I am secure. I am safe. I am safe. almost feels a little forbidden to be happy in life when there is uncertainty or when there's change or tough times. To say, hey, I'm gonna deal with these things. It is what it is. But I'm gonna choose to be happy. And happy doesn't mean a fake smile. Happy means being at peace with the day to day, still finding joy in the little things in life. So we're just removing those blockages. That's, it's dangerous. That's almost illegal, to feel like your feelings don't necessarily have to correlate with how life is flowing. That your feelings belong to you and you have the right to be happy at whatever moment you want to be. That you can, if you want to, override the socially accepted response to how life is playing out and say, just right now and just for today, I'm going to be in love with this moment. I'm going to make peace with my life. I'm going to connect with people who I can have deep, enriching, and fulfilling relationships with on multiple levels. I'm going to surround myself by energy that allows me to grow. I'm going to protect myself so that I know I'm always safe. And I'm going to leave room to pivot because sometimes things aren't planned and we still just have to find our own way. Can you imagine being okay with no matter how life is playing out right now? Just being happy in the moment. Just saying, I'm going to feel good. I'm going to feel good. Just say it. I'm going to feel good. 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 Separate the external reality. Reconnect with the internal reality. It is just all a life lesson. And even if it's tough on the outside, it doesn't mean it has to cause the inside. The inside is independent. So take care of this, nurture this. This is within your ability, within your access. You on the inside, only you can reach. So step up and make different decisions of how you feel, how you process things, and challenge it. Go against the automatic reactions you've always had and just be in this moment. So if we could just take maybe like a couple of seconds, you can bring your hands to your heart if you want to, or just give yourself like a little gentleness, I was gonna say massage or a hug, and just feel in this moment the fullness of life. I feel the fullness, and you could say this too, I feel the fullness of my life. I handle my responsibilities on the outside, but on the inside I feel the fullness of life. I'm not going to wait to feel good. I'm going to feel good now. I'm not going to wait to think differently. I'm going to think differently now. I separate the external and the internal. I am enjoying this new experience of life, and I'm living in this new experience. So just continue to say that over and over and over again. Any moments where you feel like, whoa, the outside, the inside, da 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 da. And I hope that this session has given you an opportunity to find that balance. It's not about being perfect. It's not about having something that looks a certain way. It's about being the essence of that thing, and eventually the external will catch up. But no matter what problem you have, I guarantee you're not the first person with the problem that ever existed. And because of that, there's tons of solutions. It may be, a path or a solution you don't necessarily want to take, but there are options. But it's not really about there not being options. It's really about how you feel wanted to. Don't feel like just because you have to act or react a certain way, maybe a socially perceived way, when things are going well in life, we act this way, and when things are not going well, we act that way. No, just separate it. Hey, handling the responsibilities on the outside, but I'm still going to give myself the fullness of the experience at all times. It doesn't matter. I'm good to be here one with myself and just enjoy that and release. Let go. Let go of the old things. Let go of the old ways of seeing things and really lean into your energy. Lean into your heart. This is an opportunity for you to believe bigger than you've ever believed before you see it. And those who do that will see a shift and a transformation in time. But the transformation internally can be instant of feeling good. And it's not about having a fake smile. It's not about having, fake optimism. It's just saying, I make peace. I make peace with how life is. I will do the best I can on the outside, but on the inside in this moment, I'm going to find joy and happiness in everything. And it's just that simple. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Just be mindful of the people that you're around. They may not feel that way, and it's easy to kind of just fall into what other groups feel or experience things. But outside of that, you yourself, you have every right to be happy and enjoy this experience. When people show up and they don't want to just enjoy the fullness of now, kick them to the side and really appreciate those around you who do want to enjoy that. So babies, I hope you enjoyed this Reiki, healing, hope, community, a place to heal. Relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom into bloom, blossom into bloom. I am Jessica Sup. I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It is all about protecting you from jealousy, love protection, and removing any love blockages. So we're going to do a lot of cleansing today. So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine or daily self-care routine or whenever, you show up in this space. And because you're one of my new babies, you get one kiss on the forehead. And for all of my returning babies, multiple kisses. Okay, mama loves you. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. We start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay. I'm really cold right now, so I'm just going to put this blanket on. So if you'd like to snuggle up for the prayer, feel free. Any other time it's hot, it's like freezing. Okay, you ready? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. 2 more. Last breath. Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibration of good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. I'm trying to will myself to take my arms out of this blanket because it felt very good. I don't know, I had a little shawl thing. I probably should wrap it around my arms. But I'm going to be burning some stuff, so I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to light the blanket on fire. I made this mixture last week of sage, mugwort, bay leaves, and these kind of shells in order to create a certain vibrational experience. clear out the path. Just clear out the path. Okay, you are protected. You are protected. You are protected. You are protected. Okay. I'm just going to take some of the soot and just gently place it over you so safe in love. It is safe to have love in your life. You are safe in love. It is safe to be in love. It's safe to have love in your life. It is safe to be in love. It is safe. It is safe. It is safe. It is safe to be in love. You deserve to be in love. And you will have love in your life. And just breathing through this and just sending the energy through and just trusting in yourself and just bringing this protection over you, over the crown, over the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root, all the way back up the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, and just breathing through here one more time. Now, give me a big, deep breath. Exhale and release. Well, family, you did a fantabulous job. I'm so happy for you. Keep breathing. Relax, 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 relax. You are protected. I know sometimes it feels like it could be easy to have bad luck in love or something like that, but you're in control. You have more control than you know. If you do not like the love that shows up in your life, drastically make changes. When you say no to something that's not working, no matter how much you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship, or how complicated things are, if it's not complicated at all, when you really put your foot down and make a decision, this is what I want in my life and this is what I'm going to accept, you bring that energy in. It takes time for everything to balance out, but it starts to shift and change, and it's just a better way to go about love. No more struggle. Community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see blossom indoor bloom, blossom indoor bloom. I am Jessica Sup. I'm a Reiki master, teacher, and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. We are going to be working on removing any love blockages, just putting some protection on you, protecting you against, and so that you are able to bring the love that you want in your life from others, as well as self-love, because y'all know I'm always trying to throw self-love in there. Y'all looking for something outside of you when you could have everything you need on the inside, and that would actually attract people to you, but whatever. And some protection on you, so that you got to think about it when it comes to this kind of manifesting stuff. Sometimes people are wanting to pull you over to where they're at because they're using energy in a kind of way that I don't always think is so ethical. So putting a protection over you so that only your person finds you and that these other people do not waste your time, as well as protecting your love, protecting y'all's life and all that stuff. So if you're new to the community, babies, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your nightly self-care routine, a place where you relax, take care of yourself, you just be here in this space. And so if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. You are now one of my babies. You get one kiss on the forehead. And if you're a returning baby, multiple kisses. Mama loves you. Okay, so we start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. atmosphere of just inhale, exhale, go. Okay. Just a little bit of smoke here. Okay. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You are going to be loved. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to have all that you need and receive all that you need to receive. You deserve to have that love. You deserve to have that love. You deserve to have that love. So, this is Rose. We've used this one before, but this is some nice rose because we're changing the feeling. We're lightening that up, and we're taking our time as well with it. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Okay. Good job. So, okay. Now, I'm going to go in and start to just pull out anything taking up too much space. Anything that is being blocked. Anything, anything, anything that needs to be removed. Anything, just send that on. Send that on. Send that on. Okay, I'm just gonna put this to the side. And allow it to finish. Doing its thing. Right there, okay. Just working through all of that, okay. Just balancing and releasing and relaxing, okay. So let's just pull out any old dating patterns that no longer apply. Okay, so if you have a type that may not be your best type, let's go ahead and just pull that out. Just move that through. And relearning the same old toxic patterns just over and over and over and over and over again, okay? You don't have to learn them till you're blue in the face. We're gonna let them go so that you can check off all of your boxes and the person that you're truly looking for. But let's just take some moments to work on the self a little bit too, okay? Because it's that's the most important part. When you vibrate from a level of 100% self-acceptance, self-love, self-gratitude, you will then attract the person that you need. It is not the opposite. Oh, please, please, please bring this person to me. It's, oh, I love this life. I'm so grateful for this life. I'm so grateful for this moment. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to share it with others along the way. way, and I'm only going to let that important person into my space. Everyone else can go. So that's what we're placing into this session. Now, I will say this as well. We're just going to do some protection. Yeah. Where my stick go? We're going to do some protection for you because sometimes people will try to manifest you in their life because they want you, but they're not best for you. Maybe you're best for them, but they're not best for you. So what we're going to do here is we don't want anybody to waste your time. There are some people who just naturally, it's actually pretty amazing, they're just naturally connected energetically, and they're able to pull, especially when someone's obsessed, they're able to pull and bring you into their life. But we want to protect you from being pulled into that, because energy and attraction and things like that, it doesn't have, it's not positive or negative, it's just a function, it just happens. So people who are not so great for you can try to pull you back into their lives, and people who are excellent for you that maybe aren't pulling so much, there might still be a distance. So what we want to do is just allow the universe to do its work. We don't got to go out of our way and start to manipulate things. Just let the universe do its work. And so let you be protected from anyone trying to be an energy vampire or trying to take up space and time in your life. Let that be disconnected. Let that be disconnected. Let that be disconnected, okay? Now inhale. Exhale. So I'm just going to work on past pain that has to do with love. Sending it somewhere else. Past experiences. Just sending it somewhere else. Past drama and trauma surrounding love. And I heard a really interesting quote. I mentioned it a couple months ago, where when you first meet somebody and you have that feeling of butterflies, oh, I know this person, is because you've already dealt with that before. Not like, are you, romantically attracted to that person, or you like the way that they, show up in your life, but because if they remind you of the feelings that you felt at the beginning of the relationships that did not work, the exact same feelings, it's typically going to go in a certain direction. Because when somebody is really there to stay, it'll be a new feeling, and the feeling won't be as high and low. The feeling will be pure and stable. No more of that. Because sometimes in relationships, we get all this up here, and then we get all this down here, and then we get all this up here, and so we get addicted to that. Instead of questioning, is this the time to get all this, let's just fill ourselves out, let's just have a good time. And also, if I'm getting this down here, is that what I deserve? No, I don't want to have those dynamics. The person will show up with a very pure and consistent energy for you. So bringing that into your life, 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 and just just letting go of any now. We're gonna start working with the mental and emotional stuff, removing any mental or emotional blockages that make you feel like it's not gonna work. Let's just take that out, 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 take that out. Just remove it. Just remove it. Just remove it. Just remove it and take it out. Take that out. Take that out. Just send it somewhere else. Believe that you deserve to have peace in your romantic life. And just understand that if you are missing peace in your romantic life, it is typically because there's something that might be a little bit in the other interpersonal relationships that you have in your life. Family, friends, or even how you show up. Like, for example, the dynamics that you have in your family that maybe even extend over to your friendship circles may not work in relationships. Why? Because those dynamics you have within your family, that's y'all's unique dynamics. Don't assume that everybody's experiencing that. And those dynamics you have in your friendship circle is what you all consent to. Don't think that everybody else out here in the world is living like that too. So if you find somebody that you really feel like could hold value and you hold value in their life, but it's just different, don't see that as negative. See it as, now it's time for me to evolve and change. These other two things are going to change, friends and family, but I think it's for my best good. I want to evolve in the way that I approach things. So you will be able to find what is right for you. You will be able to find what is right for you and what you need. Just work through that. And just taking anything left. Now, I need you to, if you get anything from what I'm saying today, get this. It starts with loving yourself. The biggest shortcut to getting someone to come into your life and attract someone is to love yourself and to enjoy life. And because you love yourself and you love this life that you're living, you go out and you experience it with others, and that's how you meet people. If you want to meet them online, if you want to meet them in places that are going out or hobbies or whatever, among your friends, the key is you have to be happy, because people are attracted to happy people, not fake happy, because that's kind of annoying, where it's like, chill out, but genuinely just happy with your life. And the way that you demonstrate that looks different to everybody. Some people is, some people it's more reserved, but just genuinely being happy and peaceful, that's how you get the love that you want, because you're already giving it to yourself. So you can bring someone who comes in and you all can compliment each other. It's that simple. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed the session today, and I hope that it helped you in both attracting love, balancing love, developing your self-love, and protecting you against people who waste your time. So, don't forget that we have the giveaway going on in the Patreon community, and you're going to be answering the question, why are you ready to be a healer? And so the patrons can answer that question, and they win a spot in the 2023 Fall Reiki Master Teacher Apprenticeship Cohort. I'm so excited. And of course, the Patreon community is $3.33 a month, and we do a lot of fun things like Jessica, sup, a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. We are going to be removing negative energy with some scissors. So I'm going to get all of that out your system, removing that from your path so that you can feel lighter, whole, and better. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly self-care routine. You do whatever it is you want to do during this time. You know, sometimes people like to write, journal, channel, do whatever. Also remember that the comment section is a place that can be your journal, your diary. It can be a place to support others, or sometimes you just want to remember something. You know, we're all in our individual healing experience. So this is a safe, inclusive community for us to do that. And if you are returning, welcome back, babies. You know how much I love you. Okay, so let's begin to remove, shifting the energy, and just let go of these toxic things that no longer need to stay in your energy, in your aura, just even the patterns, because sometimes mentally you might believe that something is better for you and it might just be toxic. So let's go ahead and remove some of this energy. So working through this shift. Okay. And just going back and forth here. And just being balanced. So I'm going to go in with some Reiki symbols, and I want you to just breathe through this, okay? Okay. Got it. Now just let me take a couple moments just to feel the energy. Just making sure everything is moving in the direction that it needs to. You just breathe in and out here. What should come up is a sensation of letting go, releasing, kind of like if you have a backpack on, you just take it off. Don't force it, don't overthink it, don't have to overdo it, just release here. Okay. Now we start the session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, it is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, wonderful. May I touch you? Okay. Breathe in and out here. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe. 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 Okay, relax here. Relax. 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 Okay. Got it. Good. Now, slowly just start to pull on out any of that old baggage that you no longer need, and you're ready to just let it go. Anything in your past, anything that you want to release from, anything that is uncertain, anything that is limiting you, any toxic energy that needs to be let go from So just going into the unconscious here and removing something that just needs to be let go. Just allow it to be removed. Okay. Just any little piece that is no longer serving you, that needs to be released. Okay. Just shift some of this over and just move that a little bit, and just take a couple moments of balancing here. Okay. Just taking away the things that are no longer serving you, the things that need to be let go, the things that need to be released, that allow you to grow and be the person that you need to be. Okay. Sometimes you gotta let go of certain patterns that just feel normal and natural simply because it's a pattern, but it's no longer serving you. Also, a pattern of self-sabotage in which you may feel like you have to make something wrong even when things are right, because there's just maybe you just never learned how to accept the goodness in your life, or you never learned how to accept the peace and the ease and the blessings that really are there for you to have in your life. Okay. And let's cut out some of these people that try to latch on. Try to use up your good energy, your good headspace as well. And let's just let go of any karmic stuff that we keep simply because we might have this toxic loyalty to it, and we gotta let it go. Now let's go through generations, whether that is energetic family or your physical family, of needing to remove generational curses or toxic loyalties. You may love somebody in your family so much so that you will participate in toxic loyalty simply because you love that person, and you know they're not going to leave. You know they're not going to break that cycle. You know they're not going to remove themselves. And so this is an opportunity to be able to go in and you be that shift, because when you shine a light of a new way, it gives them an opportunity to do so, and maybe they choose not to, and you have to make peace with that, because you deserve that love in that similar way from someone or some group of people or some energy that can bring that to you. Bring that to you. Bring that to you. Bring that to you. So let's remove that. Now, if there's anything I haven't said that you how you see the future, how you live in your present, and the past. So also in how you see your future, how you live in the present, and how you see the past. Okay, let's coordinate that in order to shift the energy, to release all of that. Still working with the crown, the third eye, and the throat. We're really going to take our time here and make sure we're doing this thoroughly to remove anything that may be taking up too much space, anything that feels uncomfortable, anything that feels not so good or not so balanced in your energy. We're shifting the energy to be able to let this go, to allow yourself to grow and to bring this peace within you, okay? Now let's take it on down right there to the heart. I'm going to take a couple moments there just so that I make sure that the heart is full, that it's connected to the unconditional love of universe, source, God, or whatever it is you particularly believe in. That's your business. Breathing it in and out, feeling a connection from the front, from the back body, and internally, allowing this energy to fill you up, going all the way up, throat, third eye, crown, all the way to that connection, all the way back down, crown, third eye, throat, to the heart. Now sending this energy down into the lower chakras and the lower limbs as well, and breathing in and out. And you can just allow the energy to flow through the hands. It is a connection, a reigniting this power within you. So breathing in and out here, and accepting this beauty that is within you. Accepting this beauty that is you. Okay, so shifting this and releasing, shifting the karmic patterns, shifting the karmic belief systems, and letting it go. Okay, letting it go, 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 letting it go. Got it. Got it. Okay. Now going on down to that solar plexus, it's making sure that that is nice and open, because I want you to be able to be fully connected to your journey and to have all the strength that you need there. Okay. Bringing that down now to the sacral, shifting the energy a bit. And this helps to balance the stress as well, so that the body is able to interpret what's going on in life with less of a stress response. So balancing here in the sacral, just moving that energy back and forth, because we've been able to let go of the toxicity, and now we're just making sure that right and balanced energy is moving back and forth in the way it needs to, connecting from that sacral to the solar plexus to the heart, heart to the throat, throat to the third eye to the crown, all the way up, and that crown to the third eye to the throat, throat to the heart, heart to the solar plexus to the sacral. Just taking a couple moments here. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Now bringing it down to the root, anchoring you down in your sense of security, physical, financial, emotional, community sense, all of those things that represent nourishing the physical body as well. Having that here, and just releasing any toxic patterns that may have prevented that in the past, or that just may feel familiar and you're just not aware of it. So I'm actually going to go in and remove any extra things, because we definitely want to be very thorough here. Okay, in the root, so that connection feels good, and we're disconnecting from any connection to, as I talked about, toxic loyalty. Let it go. You know, where we root ourselves and where we anchor ourselves down in. Sometimes we can anchor ourselves down in ideology, beliefs, patterns that don't serve us and can be quite toxic. Maybe it was healing at once, but then it just becomes like time to move on. Okay, release to its next evolutionary path and allowing it to go very freely and flow onto its next level. Okay, let me see. Look at your energy now. Let me balance that here. You open yourself up to be able to balance as well. Okay. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. Well, family, it's looking pretty good. Give me 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. 2 more, letting go of all the toxic energy left. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Final breath. And whenever you're ready, you go ahead and let that air go. Beautiful. Energy squeaky clean. Like we just poured Epsom salt all on your chakras. Well, let's go ahead and smooth over your aura. Seal you with the sign of the infinity. And just check in with you. How are you feeling? How's it going? Leave it in the comment section so that I can read it. Breathe in and out in this. Accept the blessings in your life. Accept the fruitful opportunities that will come up. And accept the fact that you may be bigger and more visible in the world than you might know. So don't be afraid to show up and be yourself. For all those who are looking to take their practice to another level and to start working with others, Reiki 1 will be starting September 18th, and September 1st is when the registration will happen, and I will post a link for people to be able to register for that. So excited. Also working on something for those who are not looking to be a practitioner but want to take their healing practice to the next level as well in their self-healing. So excited about that too. Of course, if you want more intuitive work, head on over to Array Tarot. If you want to have discussions on entrepreneurial stuff, head on over to the podcast Organize Your Purpose and all that other stuff in the description box, babies. I love you. You know I love you. Okay, I wouldn't show up every day if I didn't. And I'm excited for you. And 2020 was a year. 2021 is a year. And just know that any changes are always opportunities for great expansion. We're so lucky to be in an opportunity to change when sometimes, you have those times in your life where nothing changes, and even when you try to make it change, it will not change. But now, you got this fast change. So don't get overwhelmed. Try not to be negative, even though you can be objective. You can keep it real if it's like something's making you uncomfortable or something like that. But know that there's no situation that will show up in your life that you cannot overcome. Believe that. Feel that within yourself. If you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say it, do it. It doesn't matter Since consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? To have your permission. Okay, let's get started. May I touch you? Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So we're going to start by just that beginning layer. Very much so surface level, very much so root chakra. Start to remove those blockages. Now, a couple things that happen with blockages. Sometimes it's stagnant energy, and sometimes it's just kind of a too much activity going on that can create the blockage inside of us. So we just gotta work through that, okay? I think a really common one to kind of explain, makes it really simple to understand, would be the throat chakra. You know, you ever feel like you got so much to say and you're holding it back at work, in life, wherever, and what happens there is it creates stagnant energy. If you are suppressing it, that means the energy's there, but you are blocking it off, and the energy gets stuck in that pattern. If it's something in which naturally there is not enough energy, so energy just can't keep flowing, it kind of stops there, that's another reason. So it just really depends on what you, in your particular situation, need. Okay, let's just go through that. This can be applied to different parts of the body, different things that are going on internally, and just move and release. Move and release. It's like when you think about life and you have like a big goal. You know what I like to call them? I like to call them big crunchy goals. You got a big crunchy goal, and for some reason you just can't get it. You're like, and other stuff you can get, but just some of these you just can't get it. And sometimes it might just be an energetic blockage. You know, the solution to most things, I believe anyway, is a change of habit, breaking cycles, and kind of that full process of what that is. But the blockages is kind of, it represents where we're kind of cut off from those opportunities in our life. And sometimes we don't even know it's a blockage. Like, we learned to experience life a certain way, and we actually might call it something else. It's so interesting. I was reflecting the other day on like anxiety and just the feelings of feeling anxious, and I wondered, I was like, whoa, what I think is anxiety may not be what everyone thinks or is categorizing anxiety. I'm sure there are things that are similar, but maybe things are different. And then I started to think more thoroughly, and I was like, wow, there can be an array of emotions or feelings that remind us of anxiety, but are telling us other things that actually have nothing to do with being anxious. So in the same kind of situation, there are a lot of experiences we're having in which we can be blocked off from certain things. We can be blocked off from a certain type of energy, and we can't even see it. We might even think what's blocking us is love. Mind blown right there. Now, the easiest way to know if that's kind of what has happened to you is look at the people you learned it from. Were they able to achieve all their goals? Were they able to have happy relationships? Were they able to feel good about themselves? The answer is no. Take a moment to have some self-reflection within yourself about habits you need to change, especially if you happen to have kids, that you don't want to be passing those certain traits on. We're just sending it on to its next evolutionary path, letting it do what it needs to do somewhere else, just not doing it here. And just let it be, you know. Let it go and let it flow. Let it go and let it flow. And just release it from where it's at and just kind of train yourself. I get this one hair sticking up. I could, it's my bedtime. Train you or train, I can't even speak right now. Train it out of your life. Train those blockages so that they don't train you. So just side note, I feel like I can scroll online for hours, and the moment that I sit down to do a healing, it's like then I'm tired. Like, the moment that I'm like I'm gonna be productive, then I'm like I'm tired. But mind you, I can mindlessly scroll for a good 2 more hours. But I'm out here trying to do good in the world. Look at how they get you. I don't know who they are. I just, you know, just removing those blockages. Oh my gosh. In this moment, I just had a very like surreal moment of all of the healers that I enjoyed, and then creating this space, and now I'm on the other side. And I would say that it actually feels different than I thought it was going to feel. It feels like the same life I had, just doing it in front of a camera. My unsolicited diary entry of that. But the cool thing is, you know, it was very unexpected, though I worked hard. I feel like trying to create this space in which people can come and enjoy. But in doing that, I felt like, oh wow, this is possible. You know, it's possible to do this. So now can't nobody tell me nothing. Now I feel like, oh, if I put my mind to it, I can build whatever I want to build. But I think that that is a part of the blockage. I felt like earlier in my life I did a lot of self-sabotaging because I was so dedicated to the people that I cared about. I just kind of cared about what they had going on, but I was trying to do what I felt like I needed to do, and it just was constantly competing. But as soon as I kind of broke through that blockage that was happening in my life, then I had a very different experience. I started to feel like, oh, there is space for me out here in the world, you know. I realized that I was kind of busying myself with other people because I wasn't sure if what I was doing would work out, you know. But I didn't have the same emotional ties to helping someone else, and in fact I felt like I could inspire someone to push past their limits versus how I felt in the moment at that time, not being able to push back past mine. But once I was able to do that, that blockage that was there kind of like disintegrated. It was no longer a thing. And so I say all of that to say, push past your limits. At first, the little things are so uncomfortable, but farther and farther away. And sometimes things are cool and coasting, and then you hit another thing you gotta get over. You're like, oh, God, I still gotta work on myself in this life. So much life to go. So much life to go. Haven't I learned all the life lessons yet? No. It's so funny because I can see all of the life lessons that I've learned, prior. And they were just on it was on an existential level. What is the point of me being here like that? I felt like that's where I was at, and trying to find meaning in this life. And now that I feel like I have meaning in this life, now it's like, how do I bring the things that I feel like are important that my soul has incarnated into this experience to have? How do I bring it out? And how do I not lose energy in doing that? Meaning, like, when I get bored of like, oh fuck this, I don't feel like doing X, Y, and Z. How can I keep that momentum going? But I no longer worry about those other things that were blockages before, which was what is my purpose? Why did I go through these things? Why, what is like trying to understand every little thing? It shifted and it changed. But now it's like, for me, this is my thing that I'm working through, is just patience. Because the goals are much further away, Instead of the goals being a couple months or a couple years, now it's like a decade. And I'm like, for me, I really struggle with patience. I like it right now. I want to do it right now. I want to work very hard right now. Versus it's a marathon, you gotta take your time. You don't have to do the most. And in not doing the most, it frees things on like a generational level, an energetic level, And the reason why things shouldn't go that fast is because there's a lot of people that we connect with along the way. It's necessary. Because when you reach your goals, you open up a freedom within other people as well. And whatever you want to do, it just takes time. It just takes time. And that's normal. I'm right there with it, with you, family, Babies, I'm trying to learn myself. Patience. And I think a big shift that I had was I used to have very, very finite goals. This is what I want. Because, I think it is true. If you tell the universe what you want and you go after it, you will make it happen. But what I don't think I did was I didn't analyze the importance of the goals that I had. Was the goals that I desire wasn't really that important? What is the origin of those things? And then I started to realize that when I started to analyze it, half the stuff I didn't even care to do. Once I separated myself from it, I'm like, this stuff really isn't that important in my life. And it freed up a lot of space. But when you free up space, it's like there's this open area. It's like, what do you do with that? Getting past those blockages. Like, now what do I do? And sometimes it takes time for that next thing to come. But what I've learned is just live life. Literally just enjoy life and take it easy, Do the best that you can. And it's just kind of mind-blowing because I was always the person on the go, doing 15 things at one time. But it's just, taking time and enjoying life. And I feel like I'm so much just happier and at peace. I also, I've always been a person who enjoyed solitude, but I would seclude myself because I didn't know how to have healthy boundaries with people. I didn't know how to enforce those boundaries. Nowadays, I can be around people, and because I'm actually very introverted, so I can be around people, but now I feel comfortable saying like, no, will not do this, won't do this, so I can let my actual personality show versus having to just seclude myself, and I'm happier because you can't be around everybody's energy at all times, okay? You can't be everything to everyone. embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So we're going to be working on releasing blockages and going on a new journey in the season or the energy of newness. So inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good job. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Okay, good job. So just breathing in here. As we're working here, start to open up to the idea of a new journey. Perhaps an old chapter is done. Maybe an old chapter that you didn't think you were going to be done with, but you're done with. It is what it is, you know. An old chapter of you, but specifically believe what you believe to be as yourself, your identity, your energy, and let it go. So let's just take those pieces, take those pieces, and balance. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale and exhale, release. Okay, just breathing through this. You know, it's all about enjoying life, and enjoying life, as you know, can be tough when you have obstacles or just the unknown. You know, the unknown. You like what the, you know. But here's the thing. Sometimes old things feel heavy because we're being given an opportunity to have that weight on something, for us to choose to free ourselves and for us to go in another direction. And that weight of that thing allows it to be pretty much stuck somewhere. But we don't have to be stuck with it. We can choose to go. And I think the tougher decision is not being able to get to something else. It's just choosing to let something go. An old way of thinking, and for this in particular, an old way of approaching our dreams. It's time to let old things go. Just leave it where it's at. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to have been perfectly wrapped up in a bow for you to have let it go. Just move on and think back to those times in your life where life drastically changed and it was tough in the moment, but you realized later on that just if you had embraced the newness, you could have enjoyed this next chapter. So don't see the unknown as something negative. See it as just a new chapter, going on a new journey. Why not? And now that you have the wisdom to know better, what happens if you know better? You do better, right? So we're going to do a lot better this time. And just take your time. This is a time of separate the external reality, reconnect with the internal reality. It is just all a life lesson. And even if it's tough on the outside, it doesn't mean it has to cause the inside. The inside is independent. So take care of this, nurture this. This is within your ability, within your access. You on the So we're going to be removing blockages, restoring the energy you need, getting rid of old foundational patterns, and all of that stuff. So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, a place where you relax, you chill, and you just take care of yourself. You can enjoy the session, you can fall asleep, or you can set this time aside to just work on yourself and work on your self-care journey, your self-love journey. This is a special time because it is a Mercury in retrograde period that is coming up, and we're going to be working through this here. So this is going to be added support for you on this journey. So it's probably better that you start tuning in now than as soon as it goes retrograde on May 10th. That's when the issue's really going to hit the fan. If you need additional support for that on Patreon, we're having a double month for May and June. So that's daily, weekly, and monthly resources that's going to be used to help during this period, to help guide you during this period. And this theme is all about self-worth. So self-worth and self-worth, baby. So you got to be making decisions of who am I? These big questions are going to show up, and they've been very cyclical over the years. So today we're going to just start to cut away kind of the old stuff that might want us to react in ways that aren't best during this time period. Old ways that no longer serve us, that need to be released. Okay. And so if you're new, we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, sweetness, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I grab your hand? Okay. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's begin. Dear universe, in all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information from our highest intention only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that brings light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe. 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 Okay. So, let's begin by working through boundaries. It is very important to restore healthy boundaries during a time of release and letting go, okay? And healthy boundaries, that's everything from people, situations, circumstances, and mentality. And this also encourages us to take responsibility for the areas where we kind of don't hold firm and strong boundaries. It's not always everybody else that is the problem. Sometimes we are just open, to other people more than we're open to our own selves, because we're looking for someone else to be the hero. We're looking for someone else to give us confidence, to help us believe in ourselves, when the reality is it has to come from ourselves first. So we're letting go of this kind of hero complex. So we're going to release any of that old stuff. And also, it's a mentality that forms because when you're younger and you deal with things and you feel helpless and you're feeling at the whim of the adults around you, there is this feeling of wanting someone to come and save you, or wanting some situation to come and solve all your problems. And 9 times out of 10, that situation typically doesn't come, and you figure out on your own how to get to the next level. But this is something you should be very proud of, that you figured it out, you got yourself out of there. A lot of times people then resent the fact they had to do that, and they still are kind of living in that moment, hoping that some person or some situation or something YouTube or Instagram or something like that, and you just do it for hours and hours and hours. But come back to me. But you do it for hours and hours and hours. This is creating this positive, like, oh, I like that. But also, it's kind of making your brain, it's like giving your brain sugar constantly. So it's really hard to then live in reality and know that things take time, that you don't get instant gratification, that it kind of fucks with your nervous system, to be honest, because that's really not how reality is. That's just purely entertainment. And so this kind of detox is more of like you're very, you limit the time. Like you say, okay, I'm just gonna do it for an hour at this time. And you go and you do it for an hour, or you say, you know what, I'm gonna be very precise. I'm actually gonna only look up this kind of stuff today, and I'm gonna stay away from that kind of stuff. And whatever you need to, where it can kind of just give your nervous system a break. You could do that with that way. You can also do it by how you eat. Oh my gosh, that's one of the most important way to release blockages, is how you eat. Eating a lot of good vegetables, green vegetables, non-starchy, resistant carbohydrates. I know now I'm getting a lot into nutrition. Nice hearty fat sources, because people don't really understand how it works in the body. It's not like you eat fat and then it turns into fat in your body. No, fat is what your body uses to regulate the brain. And so our ability to regulate our mind is highly dependent on receiving adequate amounts of healthy fats and things like that. Our body works off of carbohydrates, but the type of carbohydrates that are slow absorbing, not this like refined sugar and stuff. And the protein is what keeps us full. It keeps our muscles growing, things like that. So you have to be mindful of how you treat your body. It is this kind of full circle moment here. say to yourself with daily routines that you have, super important as well too. Whether that's meditation, listening to affirmations, it can be kind of walking and listening to music, or if you go to the gym, it kind of gives you just a routine to do something, or maybe you take a walk around the block. Believe me, walking is the cheapest and most accessible way to get connected to your health and making yourself feel good. And it helps the body's energetic system to naturally flush out any of these blockages. But I know it is not as sensational as you go in here and you're running 15 miles. Forget that. Just walk, or do something steady, state, whatever is accessible to you that you can. And that's a game changer right there. What you eat, game changer as well too. So removing mentality blocks, accepting this next layer and next chapter in our lives, and being relaxed in at one. Inhale and exhale. 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 Just removing all that extra stuff. And I hope that when you spend time with me, you feel better. I hope that just our time together helps you. That is my intention. And I'm gonna stick to it. Just bring that in. Bring that in. Okay, relax. Okay. Baby, how do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Do you feel like being in control of what makes you feel better? Letting go of old stuff is more available to you now. And sweetheart, you get to define what your next chapter is, what you want, what is important to you. No one else can, okay? So babies, if no one has said it, let me go ahead and say it. I love you. But who cares that I love you? The only thing that matters is that you love you. So make sure you love yourself a little bit more each and every day. Okay, sweetness, until next time.